When I looked at my planner this week, all I could see were shoulds. I should start working on this project, I should read more books, I should exercise more, and the list went on for what it seemed like an eternity. In the past, my mind was able to turn these shoulds into wills by, dangling a carrot at the end of the stick, saying things like, well, if you work hard, you'll get a promotion, or if you finish this project, you can then reward yourself by traveling to Japan. But now those hopes are no longer on the table per se. Everyone, including large corporations, are experiencing financial difficulties. Traveling or even going shopping these days reminds me of a scene in I Am Legend. So in the face of all of these shoulds, I can't help but think to myself,
Thomas, would you please go look for a job?
Why?
Hi everyone, my name is Anamascarainfo and I help students and young professionals like yourself achieve their academic and career goals without sacrificing their mental health. This video is dedicated to everyone who feels like doing absolutely nothing right now. We are going to look at 3 prevalent emotions that we've all felt at one point or another during the lockdown and try to understand them better. Because as that famous Marie Curie quote goes, nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. Tired/drained. Feeling sluggish or physically exhausted 24/7 can be the result of a number of things: having a poor diet, not getting enough fresh air or exercise, sleeping too much or not enough, and the list goes on. However, did you know that this feeling of being drained physically can be a result of psychological strain? With everything that's happening around us, our brain's flight or fight mode is almost constantly on. We are permanently in a heightened state of alertness. The effects of this aren't only mental, but physical as well. This is why you have trouble focusing or don't want to get out of bed. Your mind and body are using up all your resources to prep for an unknown anticipated threat. Now, with that being said, what you can do, and one of my go-to tricks to deal with this, are personal projects. Now, I'm sure you're sick of me rambling on about this, but I will keep drilling it in your head because it is so freaking helpful you can't even imagine. But there is a key difference in this instance, because you might be lacking in the determination/motivation department during times like these. So keep your projects small. And I can't believe I'm saying this, since for so long I've been preaching the exact opposite, but aim for instant gratification and quick wins. For example, learning Korean in 2 months is a bit of a stretch. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be done, but this might not be the right time to challenge yourself with such low willpower in your toolbox. Try projects like decluttering your kitchen cabinets. That might take you a few hours, and the clean, aesthetic reward will put a smile on your face right then and there. You did it. You set a goal and you achieved it. You do have control over something. You are competent, strong, and determined. Unmotivated/apathetic. Motivation is a byproduct of action. If you really think about it, we often get motivated by simply going through the motions. When you ask me if I feel motivated to go swimming 4 to 5 times a week after work, I will definitely tell you no. 90% of the time, I am seriously unmotivated to even get off the couch, let alone get my ass into a cold pool and do a bunch of laps until I can't feel my muscles anymore. However, as I am doing it and after I completed my exercises, I feel motivated. I feel strong and powerful, and you know what? I script better afterwards. My focus and concentration improve, all because I acted. Okay, you might be thinking, well, Anna, I feel like doing nothing. I mean, isn't that the title of this video? And listen, I hear you. I agree that doing when you feel like doing nothing is harder than climbing Mount Everest. A trick is to automate this active behavior so you don't have to think about it at all, so that it becomes second nature. Sound familiar? What is a routine? A customary or regular course of procedure. Implementing routines means implementing systems that trigger action/motivation without you having to put in a ton of effort every single time. The difficulty decreases over time from a psychological viewpoint. This can be linked to implementation intention or an if-then plan. If you finish work, then you put on your bathing suit and go swimming. In other words, there is a science behind it. All the successful people encourage you to give routines a go, so now's the time to try some out for yourself. I have a few videos already on this topic and I will link them below if you don't know where to begin. I got you. Loneliness. As a social species, humans rely on a safe, secure social surrounding to survive and thrive. Perceptions of social isolation or loneliness increases vigilance for threat and heightened feelings of vulnerability while also raising the desire to reconnect. Implicit hypervigilance for social threat alters psychological processes that influence psychological functioning, diminish sleep quality, and increase morbidity and mortality. In other words, loneliness ties perfectly with the other topics of this video: the flight or fight response and apathy. Bonding, feeling connected with others, and having healthy relationship not only from an evolutionary perspective reassures us and makes us feel safe, but also drive us to put our best foot forward due to something called social accountability. You're more likely to bring your A game if others are watching. I'm sure you've heard this type of advice plenty of times, to turn on your webcam during classes or work meetings, have regular FaceTime calls with your friends and family. But on top of that, I want to encourage you to start practicing intentional vulnerability. Being vulnerable and opening up about your negative emotions or traits is scary enough to do with yourself, even more so to have those kinds of talks with other people. But it's really key to fostering more meaningful and rewarding relationships with others. Don't aim for large communities and having 40 people in your group of friends. Put in the work with the small few. Trust me, it's not so much the going eating with your girlfriends that you miss as much as the convos and connections you feel when you talk to them. This all comes from a horrible communicator. I love public speaking to the max, but talking about my emotions, I can't get the words to come out. If you're feeling lonely, but like me have difficulty opening up verbally, try writing a handwritten letter, an email, a DM. Expressing your feelings in writing is less confrontational and might be what finally allows you to open up. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to me if you like what you see, because I post videos once a week. Bye guys, stay strong.